Okay, everybody, so welcome back to Drum Corps Friday. So this week is hitting a little bit close to home to me. As you know, I'm in the Boston Crusaders mellophone line, and today we're doing Boston Crusaders 2019 Goliath. So I can't wait to tear this show apart more and get into it because I love this show. It's in my top 4. And about the show, it's about David and Goliath, our show choir group for Tarpon. We did a show about David and Goliath this year. And at the end of the show, they killed the Goliath that was on stilts, and just a cool concept. And they're all in these awesome uniforms with chains and the helmets, very very cool and just a great aspect. And I love their props. How it's like, I don't know what they were exactly called, but they have like the spike looking props in the back that Goliath ended up dying on. But yeah, David and Goliath, Boston Crusaders under Gino Cipriani, a great brass caption head. I love that man to death. Especially Jarrett Lippman as well, and like Steve Bentley, Evan Barry, all of those peeps I get to work with. So, anyone else want to give their input on Boston before we judge?
I mean, I personally, I'm not a huge fan of musicals, like, at all, but I will say this.
I know we have Hamilton.
The only reason I somewhat like Hamilton is because of Boston using it in their show, and just such a slapping line.
See, that's respect right there.
Yeah. Same with everybody wants to rule the world. That's what it's called. I'm not a fan of Lord songs, but now, everybody wants to rule the world, and then they put it in Boston's show, and oh, well, that's fun.
Yeah. So, Miles, you have any input, or should we pass it to Isaac first?
Yeah, pass it to Isaac. Let me gather my thoughts.
Yeah, so, obviously Boston has, in the past, hadn't been in that, top world-class groups, but, I mean, they're really starting to get up there now, and I think it's really cool to kind of see them grow, especially, their show concepts have been really, really cool the past couple of years, kind of bringing in something different, bringing in that kind of show production type feel they don't really get with all the drum corps, so I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, I know back in the day, since this year was going to be our 80th anniversary, and we have this show that we put together, and it was great, but then, Corona canceled it, but I know Gino was like, yeah, it's our 80th year, we're bringing new stuff to the table, we're going to try to perform it, and I'm obviously not going to say anything about that, because I can't leak my own show that I was in, and I'm going to be in, Boston till age out, I hope, since they're keeping all our contracts, and I'm going to stay there, so I can't wait to perform with Boston the next couple of years, but I'll hand off to Miles for his input, so if he gathers his thoughts.
So yeah, I discovered Boston in 2018. Their 2018 show I really loved. In 2019, I didn't love as much, but it was still really good. And their brass pretty much just got more powerful. I really liked how they sounded. And their percussion, I always loved their drum tuning for some reason. I tend to say that's some of the best drum tuning in DCI. I'm probably wrong. I don't know that much about it, but I really like it. Sometimes I can't help thinking, but some of their uniforms, I do like the uniforms, but if you've ever seen Spaceballs, they kind of remind me of Dark Helmet, and yeah,
yeah, a little bit.
So yeah, yeah, that's my input.
Yeah, for David and Goliath, it's a great concept, especially just from the Bible. You have a lot of groups have done this before, and all aspects of the arts, and I think that they executed it very well, especially with how they used Hamilton in it and rule the world and stuff like that. I think it was just a very cool concept. And I didn't get to perform in 19, sadly. I got contracted this year and for 2021 as well, since we got the keeper. We rolled over contracts, but I'm ready to get into it. So I'm doing music with who? Isaac and I are doing music, correct? And then Mitchell and Miles.
Yeah.
Okay, you two will be doing
Miles and I are taking visual.
The two M's are doing visual. That's how we'll say.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so maybe I could add another pun in here because you guys hate the puns.
Oh God.
Let's get into these Goliath.
I think we're all fine, Gavin. I honestly think we're fine.
Fine. Oh yeah, before we start and go into Goliath, SOS. I was told by many people in Boston that year, and also just like I've done research and stuff, that apparently that drill book was one of the hardest in like DCI history.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I know a trumpet player from Carmel. She actually marched SOS.
Because apparently, like
She was contracted for Blue Devils this year.
yeah.
but-
she'll be
Wait,
fine.
can I say another fun fact about SOS is that, you know, that opening drum phrase that they start out with? Hang on, I'm going to move over to drum pad to play it. It's like, oh, hang on. That's actually Morse code for SOS, and I always found that amazing because like people were still figuring it out at the time, but I like knew it from the beginning. And so I always found that really cool how the drumline played in Morse code.
Miles, you gotta know, Boston's all about the Morse code. Do you know what the conquest shots are? How it's the bum 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 bum. That's B
Oh,
and
yeah,
C.
yeah.
We play it in all the shows we do. Like we add it like right before finals. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a tattoo of that one day. So I can't wait for that. You know, the conquest shots from Boston. But yeah, they do a ton of Morse code stuff, and especially in SOS. They had tons of stuff that like did the BAC Morse code, just Morse code throughout that whole show. And yeah, but I was talking with them, and they said in Goliath, by the end of their full run, in SOS, they were as tired as a full run of Goliath by like movement 2.
Oh my
that's how
God.
hard the drill was, and that's crazy to me. I'm happy I wasn't in SOS. That would have been a great show to be in for Boston, but I'm happy I got contracted for 2020, even though we don't get a season. Sad face, but let's get into it. So Isaac
Sad emoji.
and I are doing music, and Mitchell and Miles are doing visual. See you after the tapes. Hello, everybody. So I'm Gavin. Here's my music tape for the Boston Crusaders 2019 Goliath. As you guys know, I am a contracted Boston Crusaders mellophone for the Boston Crusaders mellophone line. I do love this pre-show and the use of like the audio.
Champion named Goliath came out of Philistine camp.
Nice.
9 feet tall, 9
The visual looks
feet
great, and I've
high.
always loved the costumes and the color, like the costumes for the main brass ensemble percussion line and the color guard as well.
When a lion or a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock, your servant David, sheep from the flock, that has killed both the lion and the bear.
Nice solo. Just nice use of that blend of sound there between those two musicians. Great sound backfield. Love the music and like the musical selections for this show. Fits so well. Nice. Nice articulations. And blend, great blend of this brass line. I wish I was a part of this brass line. I'm a part of the 2020 and 2021. I loved like going to the 2020 like clinics and camps we had. Since our January camp, we also had like a clinic for like middle school and high school players. I loved like meeting all these people for the first time after getting contracted and getting to see these amazing musicians and have them point out where they were in the show and like tell me about their experiences and their stories of the season and SOS. Nice. drum line. And front ensemble. You guys are definitely playing those parts at a high level. Love the use of movements, like the movement use with the music and how they're doing it with the music is a great effect, and I've always loved that about this group and a bunch of groups that do that. I just love the use of movement with the music. Have a great use of skills in all sections. Like that effect. This is my favorite section. Nice drum line. I love how they like the sections on the prop and around the prop, and now a bunch more getting on the prop. Yeah. There we go, tubas. Here they come. The herald trumpets. Love what Gino did with his brass line with the rest of the staff, and like the movement staff and the music staff. And I obviously can't say anything about our show this year or next year because obviously it's confidential, but like Gino always has great ideas, especially for Boston. Any group he's taught at. And Jarrett and like Evan and Steve Bentley and the rest of the staff always have so much of it. Nice. I just love the use of like the audio in space. There's a judge running, that's funny. That was a great thing from the color guard. Nice ending to that movement, brass and percussion.
He chose 5 smooth stones, put them in the pouch with shepherd's bag, with a sling in his hand,
I know this is one of my favorite ballads that Boston's done and any drum corps done. And I know, like, personally, after I was offered my contract for Boston, I said to myself, I'm like, honestly, like, I'm happy with this, and I would not want to be any other place, just from the stories I've been told from these other corps members about the family aspect and just how much we get to bond together as a drum corps and family. As I was saying, I just respect all of our Boston staff with all the respect I can give, and I respect the time they give to us and the effort they do to help us get better and try to put on the 2020 show we try to put on. They were as dedicated as we were. Even though Smart Music was a pain, I do appreciate Gino taking his time and with the rest of the staff to put that on there, like Jarrett, and to listen to us and grade us, getting us prepared for those move-ins and those camps. And I was very much looking forward to perform with the people in this ensemble that got to stay and they did not age out, and the new members, the rookies like me. I was looking forward to compete with them this year and just get to put an amazing show together. But I get to do that next season and to age out. And I'm excited. I put my heart into this corps and I respect all the stuff we try to put together, and I can't wait to put next year's show together and the years following. Goliath fighting David. I just love the drill with like the stick figure. It's really cool. Ever since I was little, I've always loved like the Boston brass line, the Blue Coats brass line, the Devils brass line, and SCB brass line. All those brass lines definitely just know how to give an impact and know how to sell their shows in Boston. We know how to sell our shows, and in the past years I have not gotten to be a part of. They do it so well, and this year we were doing a great job of it. And I was very excited to put all of it together, but we sadly could not. This show sort of just gives like that Boston motto, like we are giants and we will never die. Like in our core song. And I know the conquest shots are coming up. Here they come. 2, 3, 4, done. There we go. Love this show. My top 4. Yeah, and I know we're having like a little DCI fight week next week, and this show is in my top 4 because we're taking all of our top 4s and we're just going to discuss and then eventually place them. And I'm going to try my best to get Boston. I'm going to try to get Boston as many times as I can into the final slot we're making. But yeah, great job to that brass line, and I got to meet many of those players in the brass line we had this year, and I'll still get the opportunity to perform with some of them, the ones that get to stay after this season, because our age outs, some of them are leaving, then some of them are staying. But yeah, I love the show. I love what the 2019 Boston Brass Line did, and I love what Gino and the rest of the staff put together for that show. And obviously tried to be as non-biased as I could, but I gave you guys a composition of 98.3 and an achievement of 95.6. So yeah, let's jump back into the call, and I'll send you off to the next judge tape.
All right, it's Isaac here, so we're going to get into Boston 2019. This is going to be really, really cool. So I'm on music. From what I know, this is a very, very good show. I've watched it a couple of times. I believe I watched it in the Southeast Championships or the Eastern Championships. One of the two. Really, really cool show. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, so let's get into this.
The Philistines occupied one hill, and the Israelites another hill.
I love how they're already in character, you know. They're always performing when they're in this part. And obviously their guard is one of the best in DCI right now. Absolutely amazing.
9 feet tall, 9 feet 9 tall, bronze helmet tall, scaled up, tall, javelin. How to throw away my shot. When a lion or a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock, your servant David, sheep from the flock, and his killed both the lion and the bear.
Really love the movement they're doing. There's the soloist. I love the blend of those two. Nice blend. Really nice blend of the baritone and trumpet. Nice. Really great job. Nice dynamics. Back up. There you go. Nice full chord. Drumline, great job. Nice runs. Nice mellows. Great job. Always staying in character. Really love that. Great job, drumline. Nice. Nice, there you go. Alright, drumline, pretty clean. Nice sound by the brass. Nice. Great job. Great brass sound right there. Great job, front ensemble. Working those runs. Nice, tenors. Got a little bit dirty for a second there, but then picked back up. Love the auxiliary here too, kind of working with all this. Love where the battery's placed as well. Nice tubas. Nice. Nice auxiliary with it as well. Nice use of trombones here too. Nice fanfare style. Nice. Great job with the fanfare style stuff there. Really great job. Very clear articulation. Nice. There you go. Nice. Really, really great stuff. Really nice.
He chose 5 smooth stones, put them in the pouch of his shepherd's bag, with a sling in his hand,
Great job with the auxiliary not being too loud, but just present enough. Great job, the balance of each instrument soloist right there. Nice. Great brass pedals. Great job, euphonium player. Great job on the crescendos. A little bit dirty there, drumline. Nice. Love the turn. A little dirty there. And he picks back up nice. Nice, clear articulation.
I am not throwing away my shot.
Nice job. Nice. Nice. Great job. Alright, so music, it was really great. Only thing I have is a couple times the trumpets were a bit too loud, but it was very rare that happened. I would have liked to hear a little bit more tuba. Also, the drum line got dirty a couple times, but I mean, this is all like minuscule stuff. I mean, very minor things that were happening. Really great job though. I mean, absolutely loved it.
All right, hello everyone. So today we are going to be covering Boston's 2019 show, Boston Crusaders Goliath. So I personally am a big fan of this show. I really like it. I got to hear it in person at finals, and that was super cool. So I'm looking forward to looking more at this individual aspect. I know the guard won best color guard at finals, and that's awesome. Boston's color guard is outstanding.
Like, Vanguard's known for their percussion. Let's see, Crown's known for their brass. But you got your Crusader. Boston's known for their color guard. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do.
Philistines occupied one hill, and the Israelites another hill, and the Israelites, and the Israelites, and the Israelites, and the Israelites.
I'm not throwing away my shot.
A champion named Goliath came out of Philistine camp. 9 feet tall, 9 feet 9 tall, bronze helmet tall, scaled up, tall, javelin.
I'm not throwing away my shot.
When a lion or a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock,
I like the I like the movement from the color guard. I like the movement from the band too. Their diagonal lines are doing really well right now. I love how they're just able to fold it right quickly, just really well too. Oh, I love that. That's an awesome hit. Awesome. Don't really have much to say about that. The choreography is pretty well in time. Awesome. They're really adjusting to the forms real quickly. And it's really accurate. And their guard is just amazing. Just killing it every toss. Oh, that's a cool little just tossing the stick up. I can see a couple little spacing errors, I think, out in the art that compressed into a line. That's super cool how they fold the line on themselves. That was really quality timing. They were great timing wise. They were. That's a perfect link to the Z shape. That's awesome. And then the spiral of all the brass players. That's so cool. And then it folds out into a cube or a block. And the color guard is just nailing every toss. Yeah, I mean, they're doing really well adjusting and keeping the space consistent between the drum line and the wind and the brass players. Flipping on the rifle. And there's the Hamilton part. Shot. Love this. The rifles are just killing it, my god. I like how the snares are doing really well with their, like with the small step size, they're doing really well with that. Staying up on the platform. And there's the Rocky. What's up? I mean, they're all doing really well spacing wise, especially the drum line. The drum line's killing it. The guard's really performing. And leg shape is the same. Leg shape is the same everywhere I look. There's not really a differentiation in leg shape from the marchers. I like the trombones. And they're not crowding on each other, the drum line isn't. They're just kind of staying in their own little space. A little rocky, little part there. The guy's just nailing every toss. That's crazy. There's a trumpet screamer. Alright, I love that. It's a high brass, I love that.
He chose 5 smooth stones, put them in the pouch of his shepherd's bag, with a sling in his hand,
Awesome, I love the French horn. And guards just nailing their saber tosses, my gosh. Euphonium. And the flag feature, that's cool. The circle's a little compressed there with the drum line. I love the baritone and the horn. Wow. Brilliant guard. And again, they're just the guard's not dropping anything. They're not even bobbling it. Especially the sabers. I saw a little bit of a little bit of space in between a couple baritone players, but they fixed it right away, so that's great. God, I don't even know how I would ever be able to play a solo, like just by myself in front of that kind of crowd at Lucas Oil Stadium at either BOA Grand National Finals or DCI World Championships. The nerves going through his mind right now are probably crazy. It's wild. That's awesome. And guard killing it. There's Goliath. I love how they maintain their space, even doing the choreography. And again, the percussion's just nailing their spacing. Goliath's just out there saying, it's like, where's my challenger? And they're all doing everything in time. Like, the guard's just off doing their own thing, killing it. And then the band's just in time as well. Awesome. The rotations are just crazy. I love the Rocky theme. Awesome. Awesome. Well, that was outstanding. I really enjoyed that. I mean, I know I commented a little bit on the music, but I love the music. But I really gained a new respect today for the visual side of it. I was just like, oh, you know what, that's cool. It's typical world-class drill. But then looking at it, like, more focusing on it, that's challenging. I don't know how I would ever be able to do that. So we'll see what happens with that. But that was awesome. I don't really have many complaints at all about Boston's 2019 show visually. So let's get back into the call and let's talk about what the other judges saw.
All right, here we go. Boston Crusaders 2019. This is my first time doing visuals, so it might sound a little bit vague. I've never really paid attention to those before.
A champion named Goliath came out of the Philistine camp. 9 feet tall, 9 feet 9 tall.
It's a lot going on at once. It's a little bit hard to tell what's happening. Oh, they made this little form with their bodies on the one of the spike props, like that. Yeah. All right. I really like the use of the spikes. That's really good. Still no marching just yet. Mostly just free body, looks like. Not exactly free, just the movement is Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Coming down from back right field. Yeah, now we're marching. Yeah. Really like what the guard's doing here with the flags. Yeah. I love how they just transitioned from halftime marching to double time. Or single time, my bad. Yeah. This color guard is absolutely spectacular here. The battery's in a separate block here. There's a good curving form that they make, and the battery's now spiraling out of their form to join up with the rest of the core, like that. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell from when you're looking at a high cam, but sometimes you can actually just tell the battery's like really moving. Yeah, pretty good. And when I say moving, I mean like they're covering a lot of distance at once. Separate forms going on here. Yeah, I really like line rotations. That was pretty clean with the bases and quads. Yeah, all right. The trumpets just yeah, they did a little thing where they moved through the form of the contras and baritones, and they split the form. It's a good bass roll. The rotations are pretty clean. Yeah, it's a little bit of inconsistency in the line. It's, yeah, it's fixed. Yeah. I really like how even when you're seeing where they're moving, you can't really anticipate what the next form is going to be until they get right there. I really like that. Now they're split into pods, okay? Okay, batteries moving in lines by each line through the brass, and now they're in the front. Yeah, all right. That was a really good drill move. I like that. This is interesting. And now we're at the Hamilton part. You see, it's a lot more free body. But the snare forms, the forms that the snares are making are really consistent. Ooh, good quad splits. I know I'm not supposed to talk about music, but I can't help noticing the battery. They're very exposed here. Yeah. Back on the spike props again. The guard is just absolutely amazing. Just every catch is exactly on time. It's wonderful. Oh, yes! The guard is just absolutely amazing. I love it. I got a contra feature going on. Yeah, it's good. Oh my god, the way the bases just moved around the battery to form the line was really good. Yeah, we still got more trumpets on top of the spike props. Excuse me. Yeah. There's this constant guard movement in action. I really like that. They got it separated into. They got the guard separated now, doing different things here. Yeah, the rifle tosses are just insanely good. Just spot on accurate. The battery does seem to be mostly staying very separate from the rest of the core. Oh, that rifle toss is amazing. Camera got right up on me. Yeah. Sorry, I was so focused on the music there that I forgot to talk about the drill for a second. Now they're doing a little follow the leader thing, except you can't tell where the leader is. It's just a loop, and it was a really good move. That trumpet player's into it.
He chose 5 smooth stones, put them in the pouch of his shepherd's bag.
Interesting.
With a sling in his hand.
Wow. Just great work from the guard. Looks like everybody is back separated into pods again. The battery's got a little circle thing going on here, except it didn't look like that much of a circle. It was a little deformed. Yeah, no matter what, there's not just one thing going on. Everybody's got their own thing going on with visuals. You know, the guard is just doing stuff that I've never seen before. Yeah. Here's some of the low brass here. Yeah. It's a good form they just made. Wow. Yeah, the guard's timing is absolutely amazing. This is incredibly clean. It's a little hard to tell what's going on with the forms here because, again, as I said before, everything's really separated with visuals, so it's kind of hard to focus on just one thing. And so the flags take away from that a little bit, which I think was supposed to be the main takeaway there. It's hard to tell. Yeah, see, now the flags are up in the middle here, and yeah, that's good. They got a flag feature going on in the middle of the field. Wow! And then a split down the line with the saber tosses. And now we got the man on stilts here with a sword. Love that. Okay, battery's really moving now. Yeah, this is a good drill. I was a little late to it, but the drill allowed the man on the stilts to pass through. Really good. Yeah, very, very creative use of the. See, now they made a person with the drill. It's very creative use of it. It's not just kind of pointless shapes. They're always using something with it. Separate it into pods again. And they're back in the main form. Yeah, see, now it's a little bit more consolidated. You got the guard on one side of the field and the brass and battery on the left side.
I am not throwing away my shot.
Yeah. Got some guard soloist action here. And then he's got a sword, okay. Oh wow, the spinning drill going on here is amazing. I love this. The lines are really consistent. They're really yeah. Now the guard's passing through the brass. Well, some of it at least. There goes the man on stilts. He's just been stabbed. Yeah. I love seeing the battery put that much visual effort into their marching. They really bring that energy. Yeah. I gotta say, the guard is definitely the highlight of this show. They're just, at everything they do, every moment they have, they just outdo themselves more each time. That's definitely the visual highlight of this. But I gotta say, the drill that they did was spectacular. I absolutely like that. You don't see a lot of corps doing that much drill anymore. It's a lot more free body and jazz running. So some bands will have forms that are a little more off, but this I really enjoyed.
Hello, everybody. So welcome back from the Boston Crusaders Goliath judge tape. So Isaac and I did music, so we're going to go ahead and start with the music comments. So for me, I gave you guys a 193.9 in total, and for composition, I gave you guys a 98.3, and then for achievement, I gave you guys a 95.7. So some things I heard that could have been better is I heard a tiny blip in the solo, like in the ballad. I'm pretty sure it was in the ballad that I heard the blip, but there's a little blip on one of the solos. Overall, nice blend of parts, and the articulations as a group are great. I would say maybe the higher end of the voices, like mellophones and trumpets, maybe make those articulations a little clearer. We did have that issue this year with this brass line, actually. We did have a little bit of the issue with the articulation side of things for like those double tonguing passages, but by the end of the January camp, we did clean it up. But a great use of skills from all sections, just musical skills and amazing entrances as a brass ensemble. And I think when you guys played backfield, it just sort of set the tone of the show, especially building up to like the ending when Goliath's like all up there and there's just a continuing what should I say, fanfare happening with all the brass. Then the conquest shots come in like right then and there, and then you end the show. So I think just overall great performance, and I just saw some like intonation things sometimes in the ballad or in the part 2 or part 4. I don't know the exact parts, but the second half of the show, the first half of the show, there was just some parts with intonation, but that's pretty much it for me for music. So I'll hand it off to Isaac for his side of things.
Yeah, so for composition, I gave them a 97.6. The achievement, I gave them a 98.6. That totaled out to be 196.2. I thought musically they did really good. Like Gavin said, there was a couple of things with the higher voices with articulation, but other than that, it sounded very clean, very clear. I felt like at times it was a little bit too trumpet heavy, but it was like just for like a couple bars and then it stopped and it was fine.
I would agree.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, like I said, the timbre with that, I would like to hear a little bit more tuba at a couple of the spots. But again, it's just like little nitpicky things. I did really, really love the beginning with the trumpet and the baritone. But there, I thought that was really blended really, really well.
Yeah, I love like how Gino and like trying to think of the composer's name. I should know this. Hold on. Ryan George, yeah. He wrote Wild Goose, we played it, yeah. Ryan George. I have all these, like, Georges from, like, composition, yeah. There's a lot of Georges. But Ryan George, our music, like, composer, him and just the staff, like, the music staff, like, they put together that show and that show design, like, our design team, with, like, the Hamilton. I love that. I love that so much, with, like, how in the empty spaces, it's just like, I'm not throwing away my shot. And it's just very catchy. And like Mitchell said before, like, he wasn't really a big Hamilton fan until Boston performed it, and same with the other song. But yeah, I think, and trying to be as non-biased as I can, it's sort of Boston Day, but like, they performed it awesome, and I was very I was so excited for this year, but you know, there's always next year. So, you know what, we'll hand it off to the visual side of things now. So Miles, go on ahead.
All right, I want to start off by saying that the color guard throughout the entire show is absolutely spectacular. There's never a moment in the show where there's not something going on with the color guard, either dancing or doing flag work or whatever it is. Every single rifle toss or saber toss that they did was stupid clean. Like even when they went down the line at the end of their at the end of their opener. They did these split tosses that converge to the middle of the field. Mm-hmm. It was just spot on. They do those so well, and I just wanted to appreciate that for the beginning. And as for the drill, it doesn't take up that much of the show with them like actually marching drill, but when it does, every single bit of the drill that they do is like significant to the show theme, and it's not just like random forms or anything. Like it's always like a passageway for something to get to somewhere, and every formation that they make is pretty meaningful, and I really like that. You know, I'm kind of bad at judging like how they get to those forms and stuff, but from what I saw, it was really good. The battery was able to move very well. Especially once they bumped the opener tempo to up to 200, they were able to get across the field really well. And yeah, overall, I just really like the drill.
So many great movement passages before I hand it off to Mitchell. Like that stick figure form, just like right in all. Yeah. The whole brass line just stomps right there when Goliath attacks the demon. Yeah. Such a great thing in that storyline. So Mitchell, you can go on ahead.
All right, so I didn't really see much issues with it. There was one part of the circle where the drum line was in a circle in the back left-hand corner of the field. It was a little bit folded in on itself, a little bit, but circles are tough. Mm-hmm. Everything else they did perfectly fine. The color guard was just outstanding.
Color guard.
Rifles, sabers especially, were killing it. Actually, fun fact, one of our band directors, Mr. Cook, his daughter, McKenna Cook, is actually aged out, I think, this past season in Goliath in the guard. So either that or 2018, something like that. But Crown's known for their brass, Santa Clara's known for their percussion, and Boston's known for their color guard. And they are godly.
Godly color.
I gave the content of the show it was a very challenging drill too, but they executed it really well. So content, I gave them a 98 out of 100, and then achievement, I gave them a 95 out of 100 for a total of 193 out of 200.
Yeah, like our visual team does so much with just drilling us.
Joey Weaver!
Visual staff. Like we have Michael Brady Tarr. I love that man to death. He's awesome. He's funny. And I remember, like, at January camp, he's just, like, he's getting in our faces. He's, like, telling us, like, yeah, like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to look great. You guys look awesome for our first camp. And these new people, like, the rookies, you guys look great. And it's just, overall, a great vibe from Michael Brady Tarr and, like, Aaron Bailey. Like, we have this great visual staff that always puts together some great Boston shows. And I was looking forward to working with them this year. Mm-hmm. And I can't wait to work with them next year. So, anyone else have any comments about Boston Crusaders, or no? I can't see Miles, sadly, but I'm assuming that's no if he came.
Quad break was heat.
Quad break was heat. I do love that.
The splits were awesome.
Yeah. Anyone else have any comments like on the vocal backgrounds of like Hamilton and Rule the World? Because I know Mitchell said that he liked it because that made him like that musical. Well,
okay. I mean, I just appreciated it more. I don't really like musicals still, but
you gotta
I
like some
appreciated
musicals.
it.
You gotta like some musicals, man. You don't like musicals? What?
Not really.
So you've never watched like Wicked? Isaac and I watched Wicked live.
Mitchell could be like a secret fan of Heathers or something.
Okay. Wicked is like one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
We're getting off topic.
That was amazing.
Oh no, Mitchell just doesn't want to get attacked. Whatever, fine. We'll end the
He
podcast.
doesn't want to. Yeah.
Well, they're not gonna like this, but yeah, join us tomorrow for Student Saturday, interviewing Isaac's father and my godfather, James Gray. He's a Suncoast Sound and Spirit of Atlanta alumni. He's a tenor god. And he used to like staff for Countryside, correct? It was Countryside, and he's going
Countryside, Chamberlain, ton of other high schools.
I don't know. These people probably won't know them, but it's fine.
No, but
yeah, he staffed at a couple high schools, and he helps with our prop crew, and he baptized me, and he's my godfather, and he's Isaac's father. So, yeah.
Oh, dang.
Miles is like, yeah, okay. So, join us tomorrow with James, and like always, today was a Goliath of a podcast. You got to always drop the. Yes, I got it in. I got it in.
I knew it.
That was horrendous.
I knew it.
Why'd you do
didn't
that?
Work.
Why?
Well, it
That
happened.
didn't even work.
Yeah, shush. It did. It's just
I
like
knew
Beast
it.
or
I knew it. I knew
a musical joke on Wednesday. You enjoyed
I
it.
knew it. I literally was walking to go get food, and I was like, I swear, if he says it's a Goliath of a podcast, I'm gonna literally shoot myself. And then,
Hey, my puns are Goliath and Mitchell is David, okay? That he can try to beat me down. He wins in
I'm
the
okay
end.
with that because it's like your signature. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
your
right.
signature
I
ending.
win.
Exactly,
Okay,
that's
it's
my
like a
thing.
signature ending.
Mitchell can. Oh, that's his thing. Complaining about stuff and getting a lot of bloopers. There will be a Mitchell blooper podcast. Okay, but that's enough. DCI Friday's done. Join us tomorrow with James for Student Saturday, and then we'll start the next week. And next week, I can say it now since it's later in the week. Next week is a drum corps battle between all 7 of us, and the 7 of us, including Allie, our social media manager. We all picked our top 4 shows.
They're on podcast.
We're trying. We're going to go through these shows together, and then we're going to rank them this next following Sunday and see who's in our top 12. So we're our own little drum corps match with 28 corps, and a lot of them are the same names. Maybe we'll make them like the Green Devils.
Yeah.
We'll make like Green Devils 2017 or something. Who knows? But yeah, join us tomorrow with James, and we'll catch you next week or tomorrow.